The World Cup has been wiped out of my memory. It has been well and truly scrubbed out of my memory. Wipe is also used with the action, swipe. For example, to swipe your credit card. I'm afraid the result was totally predictable. Over the last 4 years we haven't made any progress. The core of the team is aging, and they're very easy to read. Having said that, the Dutch played really well. We have to give credit where credit is due. They were very well organized, unlike us. Something that I noticed during the match was that there was nobody on the right-hand side of the pitch. I think we need to address that problem. The problem with Ronaldo is that he's not a team player. He's not a truly great player. He goes missing in big matches. It was the same with Ramos for the first goal. He wasn't where he should have been. Of course, the coach must also accept some of the blame. Del Bosque's strategy is to leave them alone and let them get on with it. But I'm afraid those days are over. The team simply looks disorganized. You know, we always go into the World Cup with very high hopes. With a lot of expectations. Spain needed Chile to draw yesterday to give them a better chance of going through. As for Diego Costa, I don't rate him. Personally, I think he's overrated. So, changing the subject, have you heard of the business canvas model? No, it doesn't ring a bell. I'll send you the link and you can talk me through it. Okay, to start with. It's a good tool to picture your business model. In a business such as ours, for example, it's important to focus on the stakeholders. They play a variety of different roles in our organization. For example, the government, construction and building companies, etc. We also need to keep an eye on the service we provide to society. We need to be transparent, where possible. It's a complex relationship, which is difficult to explain without going into a lot of detail. First and foremost, we need a lot of funding or capital up front. To fulfill or to meet our commitments, cash flow is vital. To put it in context, we're talking about 20 million euros. By the way, thank you for your encouragement regarding the listening tools. It's greatly appreciated. So, getting back to the business model. Our two key activities are the construction and the operation of the network. Which is to say, that is where we provide our key value. I think we can sum this up by looking at the value proposition. Everything stems from our value proposition. It is the root of our business. When we are tendering for a project, our value proposition is very straightforward. At the end of the day, we need to provide mobility. Mobility is the buzzword. It's very trendy to talk about that at the moment. With regards to the Hyperloop, I would need to go into the plans a little deeper to give you a real opinion. Really, I would need to look into the feasibility of the technology, to give you an informed answer. Up until now, it's the type of thing I have only seen in a James Bond film. Do you remember, they used a pipeline to escape the country? Yes, I vaguely remember it. Incidentally, how is it going with Fernanda? We were working on speaking and expressing opinions, responding to questions. She is very demanding. She made a list of my most common deviations from what is considered normal pronunciation, you know, cases where your interlocutor might not understand you. Please bear with me, we are experiencing technical difficulties. There is a slight delay in the connection. Actually, it's a dreadful or awful connection. You're breaking up, I didn't catch that. The verb to bear also appears in these formal expressions. The right to bear arms, which is the Second Amendment of the American Constitution. And it also appears on banknotes. I promise to pay the bearer the sum of $20, for example.
This project was proposed by Elon Musk. He is what I refer to as a millennium thinker. He's thinking of the long term. We need to look ahead, and we need to think ahead. That's what's referred to as forward thinking or vision. Okay, now, I would like to explain to you a little about a revolutionary new material called graphene. You will note that the presentation is based on images. In my opinion, you can give them a handout if you want them to read. The material is in a layer, one atom in thickness stacked on top of each other. To stack means to place things one on top of the other. The width is very narrow. The strength of this material is related to its size. It is in direct proportion to its weight. As you can see in this next slide, it's extremely small. I would like to draw your attention to the figures on this slide. You can see here that, not only is it 200 times stronger than steel, it is also extremely conductive. In fact, it's the best conductor known to man. You cannot find better. Another important property of this material is that it only allows water to pass through it.
Now we're going to look into the possibilities for the future. A lot of electrical devices that we use daily, on a day-to-day basis, will benefit from this material. It will mean that we will be able to shrink electronic devices, and also to manufacture strong, cheap and lightweight materials. Of course, that is critical in transport. That's what is referred to as tear. Basically, the lighter the better, without compromising strength and safety, obviously. Bicycles are a case in point. They used to be very heavy. Please excuse me, but I have to leave at 12. I will do the best I can, and I will let you know how it went. I wish you the best of luck, and I look forward to hearing from you in the near future.